Welcome to Mishna. Mishna Bet. Over here in Mishna, we're going to have to choose the appropriate Hazan, the appropriate leader to lead us in the tefillah. So Amdu b'tefillah, they stood to pray. Moridim lifnei teva zaken v'ragil. Right? They send in front of the teva. Who's going to be the Hazan? Someone who's elderly and someone who's ragil, someone who's accustomed, right, to the words of the tefillah, to standing in front of an audience. V'yesh lo banim. He has children. U'betorekan. Right? But his household is empty. What does that mean? His household is empty. Right, so Rambam brings two things that it means. One is that it's empty from food. Right, he doesn't have a lot of food on his table. He doesn't have food in his fridge. He has a lot to pray for. Right, and also rekan ma'avirot. He's also empty from avirot. Right, he's someone who's righteous, who doesn't sin. That's who you want to stand as your hazan. So his heart, right, he's wholehearted in his tefillah. Now, Hanabam actually categorizes what's most important when we're choosing a hazan over here. First most important is the person has to be accustomed to standing in front of people, right, and speaking in front of tzibur, in front of the public. Right? It can't be someone who's gonna mumble, stutter. It needs to be someone who's confident, who's could stand in front of a crowd. Afterwards, the next most important thing is the zikna. You should be elderly and you should have an imut kol, have a pleasant voice. Right? Now, these both, right? All these conditions that we mentioned so far apply to every shaliach tzibur, not just over here on a fast day. Now, on a fast day, we have additional criteria, and that is he should have children, and also his household should be empty, right? Meaning either he has just economically, he's having more financial trouble, so he has more to pray for, and also he doesn't have the avirot that we mentioned, and of course, that he shouldn't have a bad name that was, associated with him even in his younger years, right? We want this person to just have a clean slate from young to old. The Mishnah continues, right? He says 24 berachot, right? We usually have 18 berachot, right? 18 berachot every day, which ended up being 19 after we had laminim, but 18 every day. And we add another 6 berachot. Where are we adding these berachot? In between the beracha of Goel Israel and right before Rofeh, right? That's where we're going to add these 6 berachot. The next Mishnah, we're going to what these berachot are.